Welcome to the Carson Comedy Club with the shittiest sound system in all of Nevada, everybody! How we doing tonight? Give it up to that sound guy. Give it up to the sound guy, everybody. And one more time, give it up for the announcer guy. He is a damn good-looking man, by the way. Just going to get it out there. Welcome. Welcome, Carson Comedy Club, #1 comedy club in Carson City, 8 years in a row. Still the only comedy club in Carson City. 8 years in a row. Welcome. So thank you guys all so much for coming out Saturday night, Carson City. I got to do this to get it out of the way. By round of applause, first-timers. Any first-timers here tonight? First-timers. We got a few. Where are you guys from? Oh, Carson City, huh? And I just said we've been here for 8 years, and you just came out? Well, thank you very much. Newlyweds. Whoa. Oh, no, this is going to be fun. No kidding. Thank you so much. When did you guys get married? That's not fucking newlyweds. Yeah. When did you get married? Well, Clinton was president, so we're near.
We got married spiritually in April, but we're going to get a regular ceremony May 6th.
Oh, excellent. So when are you going to be biblically married? The people want to know. That's the stuff now. You're in Carson on a Saturday night. We need to know the dirty, No. Well, congratulations, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We appreciate it. Thank you for bringing these folks out to the show. Where's my other first-timers? We got some other first-timers. Where are you guys from? What? Minden and Dayton? Look at you guys coming to the big city on a Saturday night, huh? How did you find out about this lovely establishment?
We were here the other day, so we just thought we should come to the show.
That's the best way to do it. It's like, well, there's nothing fucking else to do. Well, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you coming. Where's the other first-timers? First-timers, where we at? Where are you guys from? Dayton. Oh, man, Dayton must suck tonight. What's going on?
There's 2 stoplights in the entire town.
And they're both shut off, so you guys got out? Is that how that worked? Well, how'd you guys find out about the place? No kidding. Happy birthday, man. All right. It was this or Chuck E. Cheese, I'm guessing, right? So at least it's fucking free to get in here. So less chance of getting the plague, I guess. So what can I ask? How old are you?
30.
Oh, God, I remember 30. Vaguely, but man, I remember it. Excellent. Well, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I hope your birthday is somewhere near mine. I'll leave it at that. For extra $5, I'll tell you my birthday story after the show. So thank you guys so much for coming out. Any other folks any other first timers? That's everybody? Everybody else has been here before? Give yourselves a hand for coming back. I am very excited. I love performing this time of year. It is National Military Appreciation Month. You guys know that, right? Oh, seriously? The rest of you aren't clapping for the military? Yeah, that's for all of you who didn't clap for the military. I'll try this again. Hey, it's National Military Appreciation Month. Whew. Enjoy your freedom. Welcome. So I need to know, do we have some veterans here? Veterans in the crowd tonight? Couple? Okay, so I need to know who's who. Where's my Navy people at? Navy people? All right, cool. So I know who I'm drinking with tonight. Excellent. All right. Do we have any Army people in here? Army folks. All right, cool. Now I got to tell my joke slower. All right. Any Marines? Oh, one. So before I tell any Marine jokes, I have to make this clear. If you are in the Marines, make sure you didn't drink the water at Camp Lejeune between 1956 and 1968, because then you won't get any of these fucking jokes. Okay. Did I miss anybody? I said military. I'm just kidding. The Air Force is a perfectly fine alternative to military service. There's nothing wrong with that. No, I tell you what, just to get this out of the way, I make fun of the branch of the military because in 2015, I actually retired after 24 years of military service myself. So, no, thanks. So I'm allowed to make fun of everybody because you guys are all my brothers and sisters, and that's what we do. We make fun of each other. That's our job, right? Right. So that's what we do. So yeah. So my military time, I was actually a split service guy. I spent 7 years in the Army and 16 in the Navy. Yeah. No, all that means I was dumb enough to go to boot camp twice. That's all that means. This isn't a town hall, sir.
What's the 11th general order of the day?
I'll walk my post from flank to flank and take no shit from any rank.
No.
I got the fucking mic. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Commander's always right.
What?
Company commander.
No, were you in the military?
Navy.
Were you an officer? No. Okay, I was going to say you sound like one. So. No. Sean, you're going to have fun. No, yes, I was a split service. I joined the military. I joined the Army 3 days before the first Gulf War in 1991 because I couldn't read the fucking paper. Yeah, seriously. You know what? I don't want to say recruiters lie, but man, they saw me coming. I was 20 years old. I just finished college. I just got done watching Red Dawn for the 37th time. And this recruiter sees me and he goes, "Hey, you want one of them Rambo jobs, don't you?" What do you mean? What do you mean? He goes, "You want to go behind enemy lines and blow stuff up and chicks dig a man in uniform?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." He goes, "You want to be a cavalry scout?" I said, "Cavalry? Like horses?" I said, "Because I don't know how good that shit's going to do against tanks and whatnot." He said, no, man. He goes, "You like motorcycles?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You like Humvees?" I'm like, "I don't even know what that is, but yeah." He says, "It's like Jeeps, but cooler." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, you definitely want to be a Cav Scout." They sent me to Fort Knox, Kentucky. I'm there for 3 days. Third day I'm there, they put me in a motor pool, and they set me in front of this 11-foot tall hunk of metal that has about as much armor as a 72 Buick. And they said, "This is your vehicle." And I'm like, "Can I get one of them horses?" Because I'm going to get the hell on out of here. I did that job. Yeah, I did that job for a bunch of years, and I decided, I'm like, you know what? I need to do something that's going to make me like more marketable if I ever decided to retire and get out. So I switched over to the Navy, and I went and talked to a Navy recruiter. I don't want to say recruiters lie. Yeah, I walked in, and I had all my paperwork from the Army. And I said, "Here you go, sir." And he goes, "You was in the Army?" And I said, "Yeah, I was on tanks in the Army." "You got anything like that in the Navy?" And this dude goes, "We got tanks that go underwater." That's a submarine, sir. Sign me up. I did that job for a bunch of years. And the cool thing, and anybody who's been in the military that knows this, it's been in it, the greatest thing about the military is you get to move every few years and you kind of like change up jobs and you get the option to do different things. So after I was in for a couple of years, I became a recruiter. I don't want to say recruiters lie or nothing. No, I was like the worst recruiter in the world because I didn't lie. I was like, yeah, I was just honest about everything, and I was horrible at it. And just to put it into perspective, I told you I joined the Army 3 days before the Gulf War. I started recruiting duty 2 days after 9/11. That's my timing. Yeah, no shit. So yeah, I wasn't lying to anybody. You know, I'm like, they're like, why should I join the Navy? I'm like, because the fighting's here and we're in the fucking water way over here in Hawaii where it's safe. But no, so yeah, I'm out there. My first month of recruiting, I'm out there October, and then we roll into November. And Thanksgiving's coming up, and my boss is like, "Hey, so what's your plans for Thanksgiving?" I'm like, "I'm very excited. I get to have dinner with my family for like the first time in 6 years. This is going to be so cool." And he goes, "Hey, all the kids are home from college this weekend, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Don't you think this is the time to call them and check up and see on how they're doing?" And no, it's a horrible idea. He goes, "Why?" I said, "So this is what I'm going to do. On Thanksgiving afternoon, I'm going to come to the office. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to call little Johnny and say, 'Hey, Johnny, it's Brian calling from the Navy. How you doing today?' 'Yeah, I know you're busy, but I just need you for a second. How would you like to join the Navy and work on fucking Thanksgiving like I am?'" And he's like, what are you, some kind of comedian? And here I am. No, I retired in 2015, and I realized I'm like, I wasn't ready to like retire. I had to do that. I had to get a job. Was not ready for that. I was used to like having the good life for 24 years. Anybody here go on a job interview in the past 2 years? Nobody? We all fucking living on Biden money? Is that what we're doing? Man, these job interviews suck nowadays. Before I joined the military and I went to a job interview, they asked you 2 questions. It was real simple. Will you work for $9 an hour, and will 3 people lie and say you're a good worker? Right? It was that simple. Now it's like it's a personality test when you go in. I went into my first interview. Very first one, I walked in, and there's a lady standing there. She had half purple and half pink hair. She had a coexist tattoo on her chest. She had a Bernie pin. I'm like, oh, I ain't getting this job. I sit down across from her, and she goes, so would you like to tell me about yourself? Nope. I kind of need this job. And then they ask you the stupidest question. She goes, can you tell me about a time? I'm like, oh, God. She goes, okay, so can you tell me about a time when you had a disgruntled customer, and what did you do about it? I'm like, I'm in the military for 20 years. What the hell's a customer? I don't even know what that is. So I'm like, I had to think. I'm like, oh, yes, I do remember. There was one time I was at work. Me and my buddy, we were all at work, and it was really hot that day. I remember it was hot. And there was like 287 guys in white dresses that were really pissed off about something. They were angry. I don't know what it was. I think it was the heat. The air conditioning was off that day or something. I don't, and we just had, they were just really, really mad at us. What did you do about it, sir? Kind of gave them the good news. She goes, I'm sorry, you did what, sir? We gave him some skull busters. She goes, we fucking killed him. Yeah, we just killed him. So they weren't disgruntled anymore, but can I start on Monday? Hey, thank you guys so much. You guys ready to get this thing started? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited about tonight. One of my good friends is here tonight. He's performed all over the country, and he's one of the stars of the wonderful show Casino Boss that was filmed right here in the Nugget. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a big Carson City welcome, my good friend, Mr. Sean Peabody.
Thank you. One more time, give it up for Brian. How we doing? Man, it's so good to be out the house. I needed to get out, man. I live in Idaho. Thanks for this. What's uh-oh for? I passed Fernley on the way in. I'm doing okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I moved up to Idaho. I moved from the Bay Area, California. That's where I used to live. Anybody else Bay Area in Northern California? I like how you just raised your hand. You didn't want anybody else to know? Born in Vallejo. That's my hometown. That's right. My dad worked Mare Island before they closed it. Damn, we're probably brothers. We probably grew up together. We don't even know it yet, huh? Wait a minute, do I owe you money? I knew I recognized you when you walked in here. Yeah, I moved up. I left the Bay Area. I went up to Idaho about 10 years ago, bought me a house for $1. Hell yes. I'm on my second house now. It's great. Let's get one thing out of the way for a minute. I know when y'all see my name up there, and Sean Peabody, and then when everybody says my name's Sean Peabody, they expect something to look different. This doesn't look like a Peabody, does it? That's because, I know some of y'all just got mad. I thought I was coming to see somebody white. It's okay. It's all right. I get it everywhere. Actually, I'm Polynesian. I'm Hawaiian. That's my nationality. My father's the only white man in the family, but that's how I got the last name Peabody. Actually, my full name is Sean Milo Kamakanikili Aloha Peabody. That's not fun. It took me to 7th grade to learn how to spell my full name, girl. My Hawaiian name, Kamakanikili Aloha. This Hawaiian name has 18 letters in it, and there's only 13 letters in the Hawaiian alphabet. That's crazy, ain't it? It's crazy. My name means, because every Polynesian name means something, my name means winds that carry love from one to another. It's nice, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. That's how I became a comedian. I was like, I'm going to try to bring love to some of y'all. Oh, I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at you. You scared the hell out of me. You sitting up here just quiet with your beanie on. You okay? Well, I'm glad you came out here. But I moved up that way. I had 4 kids. I got rid of 3 of them. And I did it the right way. Okay, I didn't. All 3 of my kids. My oldest, he moved out. He got married. I have 2 grandkids now. I have a grandson and a granddaughter, which is fantastic being a grandparent. Grandparents is the best. Like, just to be a grandpa, it's the best. Because you can just do whatever you want with these kids and then just give them back. That's it. You don't even have to keep them. You don't. You'd be like, I'm done with it. I had 4 kids. I have my oldest moved out. He got married. My second oldest, he moved out, joined the Air Force. He's on his 6th year right now, stationed at Kirkland Air Base down in New Mexico, and he hates it. My daughter recently joined the Army. She's in Kuwait right now, serving, deployed. I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years. That's why my whole family's pretty much all military. And it's my father, my grandfather, my uncles, all of us. And then my youngest right now, he's about to graduate in January. And it's just weird how they did all this online schooling with regular schooling. And if he was online for a minute, you had to have so many credits. But it messed the kids up that was going through that. But now he's about to graduate, and he's on his way to the Marine Corps in June. That's right. My buddy asked me, he was like, what are you trying to build a militia? I was like, hell no, I'm trying to get them to stay out of the house. That's how I tell people, you want to get your kids out? Because when their kids say, oh, I'm leaving, they don't ever leave, do they? They come right back again. Not if they have orders. I told all my kids, I will tell on you. Yes, I will. You go AWOL, I will call them. He's here, right here, sitting here. Come get him. My kids are crazy though, man. Like I grew up when I grew up out there, man. Once I moved out to Idaho, I got a little sheltered, little shock. You know, I walked out there and I was like, man, this isn't the Bay Area. This is Idaho. Now, when I went out there, see, now I'm used to Vallejo, Oakland, you know, Richmond, you know, places that you don't really want to visit. But I went out to Idaho, and I swear, I sat out there, and I was like, nobody's going to like me at all. Like, nobody is. Even when I was emptying my moving truck into my new house, my neighbors wouldn't even come out of their house. They just stared at me through their blinds, looking at me like, oh, my God. Honey, our property value just went down. I don't know. He could be Mexican. He's wearing a Raiders jersey. I don't know. Oh, nope, he's got California license plates. Honey, he's black. Yes, he is. Which being Polynesian knows, like, there's a lot of people that don't know what I am. I get a lot of people that get confused of what I am. I get Spanish people that walk up to me speaking Spanish all the time. All the time. They just walk up, hola, ¿cómo está? I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted a super burrito. I do, I get it, but I'll use it to my advantage, though. I'll use that to my advantage sometimes. Sometimes, you know, there's some things that'll happen where people will just mistake me, and I'll just end up walking into an opportunity. I'll give you an example. I was at Home Depot once. I go to Lowe's now. And I'm walking into Home Depot. I'm walking to the parking lot. I'm not even dressed for work. I'm wearing a tank top, shorts, and slippers. And I had this idiot try to buy me in the parking lot. Minute he seen me walking, he was standing with his buddy just pointing at me. Hey, Earl, look at him. Look at him, he's big. He looks like he can hold up sheetrock. And he calls me over, he's like, hey, Migo, come here. And I'm walking towards him like, son of a bitch. And I don't say nothing, I just walk up to him, I'm looking at him, and he's like, hey. You speak English? And I just looked at him, and he goes, you know what? I don't even care. If you can hold up sheetrock, I'm going to pay you $30 an hour. I just looked him dead in his face. Sí, gracias. Mucho trabajo, let's go. Hell yeah, I came back the next day and finished that job. $30 an hour, hell yeah. But it's different though. Like even if I leave here tonight and I drive back to Idaho and I end up going through Ferntucky or whatever they call it, or Falabama or any of them places. If I end up driving through there and I get pulled over by a cop, I become white real quick. Cop will pull me over. I look the officer dead in his face. Oh my God, was I going that fast? Are you serious? I had no, look at me. I would pull me over. You're doing your job. Yes, you are. Look, some of y'all looking at me right. That's exactly the way y'all sound. I live in Idaho now. I know this. But it's crazy though. I moved up that way, went up there with my 4 kids, and try to handle all my, but now the kids are getting done, they're getting out, and kids today, I don't know, I don't know. I just feel like punching a lot of kids in the face. Am I the only one? I mean, I just don't understand like what is going on. And you know what? I know a lot of people want to blame the kids. A lot of people want to be like, because most comedians, when they talk about kids, that's what they always say. Kids need to get their ass kicked. Kids need to get their ass kicked. Honestly, I don't believe that. I don't. I think there's a lot of parents that need to get their ass kicked. They not doing their job. Like my mom used to do her job. My mom did her job so well, she didn't even have to do nothing. Just look at you. That was it. You froze. You didn't even know what you did. How many of y'all knew, like, how many of y'all have the, see, this is something kids don't go through nowadays. Kids don't know about the whole saying the full name to get your attention thing. Try that with your kids today. Just try to call them by their full, they'll look at you like you're crazy. They'll look at you like, what the, you have to say my full name, Dad. That used to be a thing for us, didn't it? My mom used to call me and be like, Sean. He'd be like, oh, whatever, I don't hear that. Then you hear, Sean Milo. Oh, shit. If my whole name comes out, I know I'm in trouble. My mom, Sean Milo, come and get the yellow people. Oh, I'm coming. See y'all later. I'll be grounded for the next week. That's what I don't understand. Like, I remember growing up, it was legal for your friends' parents to beat your ass. That was legal. How many of y'all went over to your friend's house and got whooped and they came home and told your mom you got whooped? What happened when you told her? You got whooped again, right? There was no justice for us. It's like you gotta look at your mom. I didn't know I was the ambassador of the family today. I'm sorry. But it's crazy. You can't even do it. You can't even threaten your kids now. You can't even look at me. I look at my kids. My kids have their lawyers on an app right now. I look at my kid. I'm gonna beat you. Say it, Dad. Say it. I'll push it. You'll be here in 3 minutes. We didn't have none of this stuff, man. We didn't. And they got everything so much easier now. So much easier. Like opening the garage door is the easiest thing now. Because it's in sections and it just rolls up nice. I tried to explain that to my kid. My kid was like, you guys didn't have roll-up doors? Hell no. My garage door on my house was made with 3 full sheets of plywood. Had 2 huge-ass springs on the end of it. You had to lift this. If it rained, oh my God, you better get stronger. I was like, we were certain things in the house. We was the garage door opener. We was the remote control for the television. My kids didn't understand that. They was like, Dad, you had to, like, what do you mean? You didn't use the remote control for your TV growing up? What's the matter? I was like, what's the matter? My TV weighed 975 pounds. It was made out of solid wood. When our TV was broke, it never left. It stayed right. It became furniture. In my house, when that TV was broke, my mom would put a towel on top of the broke TV, put the TV that worked on top of the towel. That's how we did it. One for picture, one for sound. It worked out. That's how it was. And he was like, well, Dad, what you didn't just walk up and like at least, push a button and try to turn it on? I said, buttons. You said buttons? I said, no, my button. How many of y'all remember knobs on a television? You had to go to channel 44. You had to work for that channel, didn't you? You had to turn that one knob to, what was that, UHV, and then crank that top and like, you had to call in your brothers and sisters. Hey, man, my arm's tired. Finish it off. I'm trying to get to 44. I'm on 32. And be honest, too. Be honest. If them knobs fell off the TV, you learned how to use needle nose pliers, didn't you? Hey, you had to, because the vice grips was on a water hose in the front yard. Yeah. That wasn't moving. Kids don't get, it's so much easier now. Like nowadays, I don't know if you realize this, nowadays, a 32-inch television, you can pick up with 2 fingers. 2 fingers. You can take a 32 inches, you pick it like, whoop, bow, done. When I grew up, 32-inch television will make you lose friends on move day. Especially if you had to go upstairs. Thing was humongous. My kids don't get that stuff, man. They don't. They look around, and there's a lot of things that we used to do and say in my generation that we used to do that is now just completely changing. They're taking it away from us. I found out recently from my son, 18 years old, been on this planet 18 years, and there's certain things that he doesn't get or did not get when I did it to him. I'll give you an example. I was at a gas station. My son sat in the car, didn't want to go in the store with me. I was going in there just to grab me a little bottle of Gatorade. Got up there, got the bottle of Gatorade, was getting out my money. I was about 50 cents short. But I know I keep changing the ashtray of my car. So I'm like, all right, I run back out. I don't go all the way to my car because I have kids. He can meet me halfway with the change. So I'm standing outside the gas station. I'm sitting there trying to get my son to pay attention. I'm standing out front trying to get his. I'm like, Josh, look at me. Hey, look at me. Look. What? Shut up. You yell at your kids too. Shut up. Josh, look at me. Look at me. There you go. Hey, I need 2 quarters. It's in the app. Can you hear me? Roll down the window. Hey, roll down. Look. Roll down the window. He had no idea what that meant. I did that to my kid. He looked at me like I told him a riddle. I said, roll down. He said, oh. Oh. No, don't laugh. This is the signal now. If you need somebody to roll their window down, you have to look this other human being in the eye and do this. What the hell is this? I love this. Why did we change this? I don't want to change this. This made me feel like I won conversations already. Like when that person would cut you off on the road and then right in front of them the light would turn red so they can't leave and they have to stop and you could pull up right next to them and let them know how you felt about that transaction. You could pull up next to them, look at them and be like, hey, roll down your window. You feel like you already won. No, that's gone now. Now you pull up, you gotta look this man in the eye, you can be like, hey. No, please. The hell is this? Yeah, and how many people in here right now? How many people in here right now? Don't lie. Don't lie, because I'm gonna find out later on after the show. How many of y'all still roll your window down like that? My man, yeah, Vallejo, of course you do. Of course you do. Hey, you know what, and it's funny, because some of y'all, I went to a show, nobody wanted to admit that they still roll their windows down like that, but after every show, it even happened last night. After we got done with the show last night, I get somebody that sees me walking through the parking lot and they pull up in their car. Hey man, that was a good show tonight, man. Hella funny. That's gonna happen. One of y'all, Vallejo, huh? Yep. You're gonna pull up in your 99 Subaru, huh? Now, that was one thing, man. That was one thing. Going from California to Idaho, that was one thing I had to do was switch my cars out. That was one. I went up there with a 98 Honda Civic. Yeah, I found out my first snow. This does not work up here. Took that thing straight to the dealership, walked away with the 1999 Subaru Legacy Outback. Yeah, I found out later on that was the #1 lesbian car in Idaho. I didn't know that. I got invited to every lesbian barbecue. It was good food. They just seen me driving. Hey, follow us. Hell yeah, let's go. I ain't gonna pass up on a barbecue, ever. Ever, never, ever. You tell me there's food, I'm there. I'm a food connoisseur. I am. I don't know if you could tell now. Now I'm holding that 210 pounds. About 5 years ago, I was at 343 pounds. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't easy. No, I went through some changes in my life. 2012, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. I've been I have to see my doctor twice a year. They go through my stuff. I had actually had 4 inches of my lower intestine removed. Went through some shit, but now I'm still holding on. I just had my last colonoscopy, and everything looks good. Everything is good, so I'm still pushing through it. Doesn't help that I still smoke cigarettes. I got to get rid of that, but it's hard. That's the next step. It is, but it's the next step. It's coming. But I went through that, man. I didn't know. When they told me I had it, I was like, no way, because I'm Superman. Nothing hurts me. How many ladies in here have a man that thinks they're Superman? Just nothing hurts them. They come home, and you know there's something wrong, but they never admit the shit. They just walk in standing all crooked. They come home from work. What's up, babe? They're like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. The boy's coming over later. The beer will fix it out. It'll be good. It's like, why? No, it's like, even if you go to work, man, we know this. Even if we go to work and we broken, nobody helps us. Nobody. They just make fun of us for the whole day, don't they? They walk, hey, Sean, what's up? Men, we are horrible. We are horrible to each other. Every time somebody broke something, we just laugh at it. Like, ladies, you guys are better friends to each other. Way better. You would never do that. Y'all would never do it. I'm going to tell you right now, if your best friend was standing in front of you just all crooked, you would correct her. You would. If she was standing there incorrectly dressed or something was off, you would correct her. You'd be like, girl, what is this? What's happening? What's going on? What's all this shit? We need to pull your pants up. Girl, tuck your shirt in. We're going out tonight to the club. Everything got to sit right. You guys look out for each other. You got to sit right. Everything's got, whoa. This don't feel right. It don't, look, feel mine. That's how it's supposed to feel. You feel that? No, this is, come on, girl. We calling your doctor right now. We getting you an appointment. That's what y'all would do. You guys look out for each other. Fellas, we don't do that. We don't walk up to our best friends. Hey, man. How you doing down there? You all right? Just saying, this one feels a little crooked. You better get that looked at, that's all. All I'm saying, fellas, if it's time to go see your doctor, go see him. Go see him. Don't put that shit off. We're not doctors. We're not Superman. We hurt. We get things that happen. Some things happen to us. And don't go through what I went through. Don't go through that. Because they did a lot of shit back here. Thanks for laughing, girl. Appreciate you. That was the funniest shit I said all night, huh? You ain't laughed all night till I pointed back there. You was like, yes, now that's hilarious. And I'm gonna tell you something. After going through everything, after all of my stuff, I had 3 different surgeries. I had my recovery was horrible. Everything was, and I'm gonna tell you something. After everything was done, I have a new respect for you ladies. I do. Because when I was going through my recovery, I was still bleeding in the back areas. So I had to wear maxi pads for like 2 weeks. No, brah. Bro, I didn't even know there was a sticky side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know how they worked. Mine was just moving in my pants the whole time. I walked around, this is bullshit. I was like, who invented these things? Whoever made these things should be shot in the face. It's like, this is why they always mad. I get it now. I knew I was doing something wrong. I called my sister up. I was like, hey, sis, how do you keep these things still? She was like, did you peel it? I said, did I peel what? She was like, that little piece of paper, what did you think that was? I was like, I thought that was an air freshener. I don't know how these work. I mean, it said wildflowers right there on the box. I didn't want to peel it and smell like a bouquet everywhere I walked. She was on the other side of the phone. She was like, no, you idiot. She goes, you peel it and you stick it to your underwear so it don't move. So I did. And it was fantastic. It was. After that, I was walking around, okay, there it is. I was giving random ladies high fives. Stay free, what? Only problem was my sister never told me that if I ever fell asleep wearing one of these things, that they would bunch up right in the center, turn your whole underwear into a thong. Then the sticky part will reach up and grab a couple of hairs when you roll over to the left. See, the ladies is dying. The look on some of these guys' face like, sir, you're just sitting there right now just like, what the hell? Yeah, girl, I'm telling you, your girl goes through some shit. Women go through, I give it up. Y'all are some true soldiers because I would not, just walking down that damn aisle because I had to buy my own shit. Well, I didn't have nobody to shop for me. I didn't know what the hell I was buying because my doctor was like, yeah, go get some feminine products. I was like, okay, well, can you be specific? He was like, just get something that's like, multi-absorbent. And I was like, okay, I don't know. I'm looking around. I'm sitting there. I'm multi-absorbent. Damn, everything is multi-absorbent. I was like, well, there, let me just take these pearls. Let me see these. Pearls. Okay, yeah, multi-absorbent. Then I read the directions. I was like, hell no. I don't want these. I'll stick with my pads. Then I got my light days for the low ones. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. But I did though, and I did. I lost a lot of weight. I did. I lost a lot of weight, and now it's just I kind of miss the weight, and I'm gonna say why, fellas. I know some fellas are like, man, I wish I could lose some weight, get down to size. I'm gonna tell you something. The minute you start losing weight, and the minute everybody starts noticing that you're losing weight, more dudes are gonna want to fight you for some stupid ass reason. I get people that walk up to me now and they're just like, ooh, Sean, I think I can get him. I'm like, why? You can't get me. I'm from Idaho. They're like, what's that mean, potatoes? No, that means carry conceal. Don't walk up on me. And I'm a Marine. I'm a pretty good shot. Yeah, they ain't fighting no more. All my kids, man, I'm trying to get into it now. I'm trying to change a lot of, directions that my life is going into. I'm eating better now. I'm exercising. I'm exercising more now because I went out and got me a dog. and I got me an Aussie Shepherd. If anybody's ever had these dogs, you should know how high energy these dogs are. They want to go, 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 go. 5 o'clock in the morning. I haven't used an alarm clock for 2 years. This dog has me up 5 o'clock in the morning every day. Let's go, Dad. Let's go, Dad. Let's go, Dad. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna shoot you. He was like, let's go, let's go. And that's what it's been. It's just been me running. Some people ask me that, well, what's your secret? How did you lose so much weight? And I was like, well, one, I found out I don't have to eat 6 meals a day. That's one. Two, and it was so hard for me because I am, like I said in the beginning, I'm a food kind of, I love food, all different kinds of food. That's like a lot of people, when they went through their weight problems, like some people were coming up to me and letting me know, they're like, it's hard. It's my thyroid, or I'm allergic to certain stuff. Like people's bodies react differently to different kinds of food. So people gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. Me, I found out that I was allergic to nothing. I can eat everything. People used to walk up, Sean, can you eat shellfish? I was like, hell yes, all of it. He was like, can you eat peanut butter? Put it on the shellfish, let's go. Because I'm a huge food connoisseur, huge connoisseur. Like how many of y'all in here love a good plate? Like love to put down, sit down, get a nice little plate on and just be like, this is this. See, some of y'all are liars. Look at y'all just sitting there staring at me. I'm gonna tell you, maybe y'all don't know whether or not you love to eat. Maybe you don't know whether or not you love to eat. I came up with a little test. It's 4 simple questions. 4 simple questions. If you say yes to any of these questions, you love to eat, stop lying to yourself. Number 1, if you finish off French fries from McDonald's by putting the whole cup up to your mouth and tapping on the bottom so you can get that one French fry that won't let go in the corner, and you know it's not even worth it, it's a broken little piece of potato that stabs you in the back of the neck when it goes in. But still, there's people just there. Oh, there it is. Oh, God, it's so good. It's not, pour it in your hand. Make it easier. Don't kill yourself. Number 2, if you finish off potato chips by putting a little crease in the bag so you can pour the rest of the chips in your mouth. Don't lie. Don't lie. Some of y'all, I've seen it. Some of y'all even lick your fingers and stick it in the bag and try to get all the dust that was hiding. I seen them do it with Cheetos and chili cheese Fritos all day. Number three, I seen earlier today when I was in a restaurant. I couldn't believe how many times I seen it. I sat there, I'm gonna tell you something. If you want something to laugh at the next time you at a restaurant, I want you to watch people. Just watch them. Number 3 is simple. If you put something in your mouth that is burning your mouth, but you refuse to spit it out, you actually learn how to chew and breathe at the same time. You sit there. No, spit it out. Ain't nobody gonna steal that from you. You can have it right back, I promise. Let it cool down for a minute. And number 4, I'm gonna tell you something. Number 4, we actually had to think about this. I had a couple other bigger comics at the time. We were sitting down, we were trying to go up and come up with number 4. Number 4 had to be the best one. So we came up with the best one. Now, number 4 may not apply to everybody in this room, but I know it applies to myself. If you are laying in the bathtub, hold on. He already knows where I'm going. If you are laying in the bathtub and the water is up to your shoulders, but the minute you stand up, it's only ankle deep, you love to eat, stop lying to yourself. Stop lying. You know how many times I stood up in the bathtub? How the hell did I take a bath in a cup of water? How did I do that? You ever think sometimes it was a bathtub's fault? You sit back down, watch the water come up. I hate this bathtub. You don't ever have that problem, do you, sir? No, I know. Look at you. Your sweater's falling off of you. I bet you just lay in the bathtub. Hey, look at this. I'm touching the sides. Whee! You don't know my problems. Do you ever have to take a bath where you had to leave a body part outside of the tub just to make sure it doesn't? I don't know how many times my legs stayed on the floor while I get everything else cleaned. But it's true. But there's a lot of things I got to change, man. There's a lot of things I got to change about myself. I have a problem. Since I've been a stand-up comedian, I have an issue. I have a problem. And most of my family members, like my mom says, Sean, you got to get rid of that. My issue is I laugh at shit I'm not supposed to laugh at. Anybody else? How many of y'all ever laughed at something that you know you're going straight to hell for? I would tell y'all something. I laughed at something the other day, and I know the devil was like watching me. He was like, yep, you're mine. Okay, I was at the street light, and I was waiting for this light to change to green. And I noticed this gentleman coming up the sidewalk in his electric wheelchair. Hold on, don't judge me yet. Don't judge me yet. Okay, now the only reason why I even paid attention to this man in his electric wheelchair, and you should know Vallejo, people in Vallejo, they're used to this kind of stuff. This dude pulls up in his electric wheelchair, riding up on the sidewalk, but he's got two 10-inch speakers connected to his wheelchair. So when he was rolling by, he was a and I'm sitting there like, I thought it was another car. So when I looked over at him, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him, and he comes walking up and he's sitting in his little thing, and he's like, he looks over at me, and I look at him, and I'm like, yeah, like that's hella cool. I like that. Stop. I'm in my car, I'm like, what the hell was that? What was all this? Like, why? What was all this? And he was sitting there just rolling. Now he rolls up to push the little button on the crosswalk, blink, and he pulls back on his joystick. The only problem is his chair did not stop. So he kept rolling. He's pulling back, and I'm sitting in my car like, oh shit. And he's pulling back, it's not stopping. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him, he's going up, and finally it stops. And when it stops, he has one wheel hanging off the sidewalk. So he starts rocking at this intersection trying to keep his balance. I'm in my car like, I cannot believe this shit is happening. I'm like, you know how you look around to see if anybody else is looking at this? Like, I cannot be the only person seeing this, am I? And he's sitting there in this thing, and he's rocking, and he's looking at me, right? And he's like, yo, and I'm looking at him like, what's up? Before I could move, he went right off of that sidewalk. Bam! I laughed so hard. I was outside of my car, I'm slapping the hood, hell yes! Now don't judge me. Okay, don't judge me, I'm not a mean person. I didn't just leave him sitting there in the gutter. I went over there and I picked him up and I put him on top of his chair and I got him back up there and I couldn't look at him. You know the rules, right? So you can't look at somebody. I'm sitting here, take my arm. There you go. He was like, what's the matter? You can't look at me? Hell no. If I look at you, I'm gonna start laughing again. And he asked me directly, right? He said, oh, what, you thought that was funny? You thought that was funny that I fell? And I said, sir, listen, it's not funny that you fell. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. But the look on your face before you went and after you knew you was going was hilarious to me. Because he had that look like I got it. Oh, shit. I was like, yes. I could not help it. I couldn't. There's a lot of things I laugh at. I laugh at people. I laugh at people all the time because I think people are the stupidest animals on this planet. I like how we walk around like we the smartest animals. We do some stupid shit. You don't believe me? If you ever get bored, if you ever think you are having a bad day, if you just think this day sucks, just go get you a nice little coffee drink or a little Orange Julius or something like that. Go to the mall and just watch people. Your day will be a lot better. I'm telling you, I like to go to the mall. I like to sit down by the stairs because I like to watch people go downstairs that think that there's one more step to go. Because they end up doing that little horse trot, right? When they come down, they do that little, like this, and then they look around. Yeah, I like to go up the stairs, too, and sit and watch the UPS guy go up the stairs, and he can't see where his feet is because he's holding so many boxes, so he's looking for that last step with his foot. You just sit there and look at them, go, 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 go. I love that. I love people. People are the funniest animals on this planet. We do stupid shit all the time. They have a show called America's Dumbest Criminals. Dumbest Criminals. This is me and my grandma's favorite show. We actually DVR shit. We had one that we like. Our favorite one was a guy that was trying to break into a pawn shop. I don't know if you ever seen this episode. If you do, go home tonight, Google it, it'll brighten your day. Brighten your day. The camera was on the inside of the pawn shop, so it was looking out. And you just watch this dude just keep creeping by the window 2 or 3 times. He come by the pawn shop. Then the next time he comes back. And he leaves, comes back. The next time he comes back, he's holding a concrete cinder block in his hand. He looks 2 ways, he holds it up, and he throws it at the window. He didn't know that the window was 5 inches thick. So when this concrete block hit the window, it bounced off the window and smacked him right in his face and knocked him out on the sidewalk. It's fantastic. You could see other bystanders walking over him as they were coming by the window. They were just like, idiot. Now, when me and my grandma watch this, my grandma looks at me and she goes, you know what, Sean? She goes, I would pay $5,000. I said, for what? She said, for a ticket. Just to sit on the other side of that glass when that shit happened. That would just to be able to catch that one moment. I said, you know what? I would pay that too. I'd come in, popcorn in hand, everything. Oh my God. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Look at this. This is glass right here. You can't even see it. Oh shit, here he is. Here he is. You can't see me? Where you going? Where you going? He'll be back. He'll be back. Oh, here it is. Here he is. Why are you knocking? Nobody's home. Why are you? Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? This is gonna be good. Oh shit! Look at that. That's a concrete block. Hey, wait. Yeah! Idiot! It always happens like that. Man. It always happens like that. There's things that I laugh at that I really know I'm not supposed to. How many of y'all have ever laughed in the middle of church? Sir. Was it during like when everybody was there and they was talking, you just blurted out laughing? Are you a loud laugher?
Yes. My mom was a minister.
Oh, well, you kind of got, you got your ass whooped in the parking lot after that then. See, I did this when I was older. I was at the church. We were sitting there, we were sitting there talking, and we were sitting in the pews, and I was there with my friend Brad, and we were sitting there, and we were waiting for everybody to talk. Now, at my church, sometimes they have, like, a couple, like, it's usually an older couple that, been married for, like, 972 years. They've been together. They raised, like, 500 kids. But it was that couple that was giving the talk that morning, and they were up there, and I did not. I'm going to tell y'all how it looked. This is how it looked to me. Maybe y'all will laugh with me because I don't feel like it was that bad. But usually in our church, like, they'll come up and they'll talk, but usually they'll be sitting in the back. So the husband and wife are sitting in the back. We're sitting in the pews, and she's getting ready. The wife talked first. So she got up out of her chair. She walked over to the microphone. This is how it looked. Good morning, brothers and sisters. I first just want to say thanks to everybody here for helping my family through hard times. You see, ever since my husband broke his scrotum, everybody paused. I sat there looking at my friend Brad. I was like, did she say what I think she said? He looked at me. He's like, dude, I didn't know you could break that. So then I was sitting there, we're thinking to ourselves, maybe she said that, and we just think that's what she said. Maybe she said something different. So he's like, no, we'll just let her keep talking. Let's just see. And she starts talking. She starts talking more, and she's like, it's just been so hard for my husband for these past weeks. It's hard for him to lift heavy objects. It's hard for him to hug his children because the pain is so intense. So please, keep him in your prayers that his scrotum will heal nice and strong. Amen. And she walks back. We're sitting there nobody is sleeping in church right now. Nobody. Everybody's up like, wow. So she goes back, she sits down. Now it's his turn to talk. So he gets up, looks at her. My sternum. I broke my sternum. I fell out of my pew right there. I'm smacking the pew. Oh, yes. Now, the folks in my church, they know I do stand-up comedy, so the minute they see me laughing, they walk over there. Brother Peabody, hello. Hi. Please don't talk. I'm going to talk about that. Yes, I will. Hallelujah. I hope your scrotum heals nice. Save them. And you know what? It's not even my fault. I don't blame me. I don't blame me for laughing at stuff I'm not supposed to laugh at. I blame my grandmother. It's her fault. It is, because my grandma's gangster. Gangster. Straight up gangster. She beat everybody in the neighborhood. Parents and all. She'd whoop everybody. Kids, and once she's done whooping other kids, she'd grab their parents out, whoop the parents. That's how my grandma was, old school. My grandma was like that. But even when she got older in her years, like she would still come up with different ways to still be gangster. That's what I loved about my grandma. Like my grandma, man, I'm telling you, I took her to Jack in the Box, okay? When she was in her 80s, she was like, take me to Jack in the Box. I need my seasoned curly fries. I was like, Grandma, you sure that's okay for you? Oh, shut up and drive me. Okay, no problem. We get to Jack in the Box. We sitting there having our lunch. She's got her nice little seasoned curly fries and her ultimate cheeseburger. I was like, I don't believe in the ultimate cheeseburger. You 82, Grandma, go ahead, get it. But we sit there and we're eating lunch. We're having a nice time. It's just me and my grandma. And then these 4 little high school kids come in and they start jumping on top of the tables. They start throwing food across there. And my grandma's losing her shit because she's looking at these kids and she's staring at me. And I'm like, what? What's wrong? She said, I'm going to beat the shit out of these kids in a minute. And I'm like, Grandma, you can't do that. They're not in our family. She said, I don't care whose family they in. I'll whoop them and their family. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Grandma, you can't whoop them like that. She was like, just give me a minute. I'll think about it. So we sitting there, and she's watching these kids. Just there, this big plumber guy parks his van right in front of Burger King, or in front of Jack in the Box. Parks it right in front of Jack in the Box. He comes walking in, big 6'5" plumber. Looks like he just came off a shitty job. Like he's just mad. Comes in, orders his food, and he walks in there, and he sits down, and he's sitting right by my grandma, and he's looking out the window, so he has his back to us. And my grandma looks at me and winks. And I'm holding my burger like, what the hell you finna do? My grandma said, you watch. She dumped out her seasoned curly fries because she wanted the hottest fry that she could find that's usually on the bottom of that cart. And she found that hot-ass French fry. And she threw it at this gentleman. And it hit him in the neck and got stuck in his collar, so it started burning the shit out of his neck. And my grandma just went back down to eating. She looked at me. I went right back down to eating. I was like, what the hell did you just do? This dude is going to kill all of us. He gets up. He turns around. He walks right by our table. I'm like, oh, my God, we're going to die. And this gentleman looks at those kids, and he says, hey, if I get hit with one more French fry, I'm going to beat all of y'all like I was your dad. And they looked at him, and they was like, sir, that wasn't us. He was there. He goes, what, you going to blame it on this nice old lady sitting here trying to eat her lunch? I ought to beat your ass for saying that. Don't worry, ma'am. I'll take care of him. Don't worry. He went back down to eat, and she looked at me, and I bit into my sandwich. I looked at my grandma. I said, you're a genius. Genius. But I blame it on her. That's her fault. It's her fault why I laugh at stuff. There's a lot of stuff. And then, like, I don't know how many of y'all believe in karma. Do y'all believe in karma? Do you? I don't know yet. I'm still waiting. I came across some opportunities that had appeared to myself that I thought, okay, this might be karma. But I didn't say yes or no yet. Like I went out sailing with my buddy. He bought a new sailboat out in the bay, and we went out there in the Bay Area to go sail on a sailboat. And I was like, yeah, this is nice. You know, we stayed overnight. Now, at nighttime, sleeping on a sailboat, I don't know if anybody's ever did that, but it's like being that beer that got left in the cooler. and it's just floating around in that cold-ass water. It's like trying to sleep on that can. So as we were sleeping, we were right at the end of the dock. That's where he likes to park his boat at, was at the end of the dock. So when we were trying to sleep, I couldn't get comfortable. It was too cold. So I even told him, I said, you know what? I'm not sleeping in this boat. I'm going to the truck. I'm going to watch Netflix and turn on the heater. So I got up out of the boat. I'm walking across the dock. And as I'm walking across the dock, I hear this loud-ass splash right next to the dock. And I was like, what the hell was that? I can't see nothing. There's one street light on this whole dock. Everything else is dark. So I'm walking in the middle of the dark in the ocean, and I hear this splash. And it was so big that even the dock started to move. So I was like, what the hell was that? I better walk faster. So I started walking faster. And as soon as I was walking faster, this pelican out of nowhere flies down right in front of me, wings out, pow, and looks at me. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And he's walking like this, looking at me, walking at me. And I'm sitting there going, what, you want to fight? So I put up my fist, because, I mean, from Vallejo, you know, you put your hands up like this, you want to go. So this bird, pow, put his hands up. I said, what's up, fool? You want to fight? I don't even know how to fight a pelican. What you supposed to pull on his web feet, hit him in the beak? I don't know. He squared up on me, I squared up on him. What's up? And as soon as he did that, and I squared up on him, the biggest sea lion came out of the water and landed on the dock right behind this bird. Bam, and I'm on the dock like, oh shit, he got backup. Now, as soon as this sea lion got up on the dock, I seen a shark. I did, right next to the dock. Foop, I seen the top of his fin turn out, and I was like, oh shit, that's what was splashing. Then he jumped off the dock, went this way, the bird flew off. I was like, let me get off of this Animal Planet dock right now. And I was sitting there. Now, for a comedian, for any kind of story to happen to this comedian, we have to understand the reasons why. We have to go back and contemplate this. We can have things happen to us, but we still have to put it in words to explain if we ever want to tell this. So I was sitting there, and I had everything down. Okay, the splash was this sea lion. He's trying to get away. Everything gets on the dock. That makes sense. He's away from the shark. But I was like, what the hell was the pelican doing? What was his job? Then it came to me. He saved my life. He knew his friend was being chased by a shark. He was flying around. He looked at his friend was jumping in and out of the water from the shark. His friend was jumping out of the water. Hey, Frank, it's a shark. I need help. And the pelican was like, yeah, you need to get on the dock. And he looked over and he said, oh, wait a minute, that Hawaiian dude looks like he's about to have a bad day. So he was the actual crossing guard. That's what had happened. He flew down, pow. He's like, hold on. My man's about to get on here, dog. He's about to get here. No, don't go walk any further. Why are you trying to fight me? I'm trying to help you. Just have to understand it, man. You do. You just have to understand it. Oh, man, they gave me the light. I don't want to leave. I like you guys. I do. I like you guys. I've had fun with these last couple nights. But I'm going to tell you, though, man, you got to, man. Before I leave, though, I'm going to leave you with this one joke, man. And I know it's a regular old joke. I've never heard it before. I did a show for the VFW. And when I was doing the show, there was a couple of old gentlemen that came up after the show, and they came up to me and they said, hey, can I tell you a joke? And I was like, well, you listen to me for an hour. I can listen to you for a couple minutes. Yeah, sure, no problem. And he told me this joke, and this joke was so funny. When I was drinking my Coca-Cola, I actually spit it in his face. And I didn't mean to do that. This joke, y'all want to hear what the joke was? Oh, it's hard. It's hard to tell it because you ever want to tell somebody something funny and you can't because you want to laugh too? You start looking at it, you're like, ooh, wait, don't leave. Ooh, hold on. All right, this is what he told me. He came up to me, he was sitting there talking to me, and he was like, I'm going to tell you this joke. He said, this man came home, he had a brand new robot with him. Okay, if you heard this joke, shut up. This man comes home, he's got a brand new robot with him. Puts a robot in the front room, calls his wife in and says, honey, come look at my new robot. And the wife walks in and she goes, what's with this new robot thing? He's like, this is a special robot. This robot knows when somebody is lying. If you lie, he'll slap you in the face. She goes, all right. He goes, we're going to try it out on our son because he's about to walk through the door. So as soon as the son walks through the door, he sees the robot. He said, Dad, what's with this robot? He said, don't mind what this robot is. Just answer my questions. 1, where were you? He said, I was at my friend's house. Robot didn't move. He said, well, what was you doing at your friend's house? He said, we was doing homework. Bow, across his face. Kid jumped back. He said, what was that? He said, every time you lie, this robot knows you are lying. He'll slap you in the face. So I know you weren't doing homework. What was you doing? He said, we was watching a movie. Robot didn't move. He said, well, what kind of movie was you watching? He said, we was watching Ghostbusters. Bow, across his face. He said, all right, Dad, you know what? I'm tired of getting hit. I don't want to lie no more. We wasn't watching Ghostbusters. We weren't doing homework. You know what we was doing? We was watching the porn. That's what was happening. Father looked at him. The father said, I'm disappointed in you. When I was your age, I never watched porn. Bow, right across his face. But that's when his mom came in and said, see, he is your son. Bow, right across her face. Swear I spit my drink out. Yes, I did. Hey, Carson City, you guys have been fantastic. Mahalo for your laughter tonight. Please drive home safely.
Keep it rolling, everybody. Keep it rolling for Sean. You guys have a good time tonight? All right. Hey, we do this every weekend. A couple of quick announcements. Next weekend, we are going to have the return of Bob Zaney for Thanksgiving weekend. And so if you don't got your tickets, you can get them tonight. Bob Zaney's going to be here Friday and Saturday. Also, a couple quick things. We are raising money for Sean. So he would sign this for you. We're going to raise money for him since he was a Marine and he did drink the water at Camp Lejeune. So we're going to... So if you guys want, and if, depending on how much you bid for this, he will sign his whole name, all 18 plus letters. So he will hook you up with that. And also, if you would be so kind, like I said, it is Military Appreciation Month. I was in the military. Sean was in the military. When I'm not here, I'm traveling around. I do fundraisers for the military all over the country. So if you want to support some the DAV and American Legion, you can buy one of the official Brian Lee shirts after the show. All the money goes to the Disabled American Veterans and the American Legion Retirement Home. I have male and female cut shirts. So if you guys want to support veterans charities, we'd really appreciate it as well. One more time, give it up for Sean, everybody. Give it up for yourselves. Thank you guys so much. Please come back and see us. Have yourselves a great weekend and a good holiday. Good night, everybody.